Boom! What's up, everybody? We've got another little stick matchup here. Today we are going to be doing a little comparison between a couple of interesting ones. We got the Bauer Supreme, got the Bauer matchup Supreme Total One MX3 in the Supreme S 1S, Supreme 1S. So once again, a couple older sticks. The interesting thing about these is they are both 102 flex, both same specs, PT.2 and Lie 6. So in that regard, they are the same, but they're both literal pieces of lumber. They're so hard to shoot. On top of them being 102 flex, they are Supreme sticks, so a little bit harder to load. Yeah, so we're gonna get on the blades and we'll hop on the blades in a little bit in some open area. But let's just get some shots in on the net with this. We'll start with the 1S here. I feel like I gotta get my wrist loose. Well, that's 1 for 1 on the target, I guess. Okay, that kind of rips. Maybe it was chesty yesterday, so maybe we're just feeling a little strong, but this thing's kind of humming right now. Oh. A yard over. All right, the 1S kind of rips. All right, let's see if we can replicate that or do maybe feel a little bit better with the MX3, I guess, but I don't know if we're gonna. Those felt nice. Total One MX3 here. The red on it's electrical tape because the top's a little beat up, but nothing, doesn't change the performance or anything. The grip on this thing is like not there. There's nothing. It's got the tactile, but it's not great. All right. Two more. All right. Immediately, the 1S feels much better shooting. And like I said, they're pretty much the same sticks, obviously. The 1S came after the MX3, so, you know, it's supposed to have the upgrades, I would assume. Yeah, let's do one more round of shots with both just to solidify, but I think the 1S is going to take the shooting. I even tried to do some off the leg shots with the MX3 and it just wasn't popping very hard, so back to the 1S here. Boom. I mean, that 1S, this thing kind of hums. I might have to try this in a game or ice skate or something. Let's give the MX3 one more fair shot. Just, it feels heavier too. God, just no bend. A lot of shots feel like coming off kind of fluttery too. One more. Try to hit the target. Boom. All right. Let's take it to the parking lot, get some stick handles in. All right, so we're here at the church parking lot here. Some open space to wheel around, do some stick handling and whatnot. No net. We already got the shooting done. If you watch the first comparison, we did the Sherwood Wrecker Element versus the True Catalyst 9X. Surprisingly, the Sherwood kind of took the dub there. Points wise, we're kind of just, for this, we're going off of looks between the two. We're gonna go off of shooting, general feel, and you know, and kind of the general feel is kind of like stick handling lumped in with you know, passing, stuff like that. Just overall impressions, and if we feel the need to throw in anything different, then we will. But this one seems pretty cut and dry between these two as well. All right, so MX3, it feels pretty decent. Just the main thing is the weight, and it feels, especially with this thing, the corners are super square. I will say the 102 Flex does make the stick handling feel a little bit more responsive, a little bit better. You know, it's not too bad. So yeah, let's hop into the 1S real quick. 1S in the original. I think this is the 2015, because I know they made. So I know they made a 2017 version, I think, with the more metallic gold. Let's rip around with this thing. All right, let's get into some final thoughts here. We got the MX3 right here. We got the 1S right here. Both Bauer Supreme 6, both in the exact same specs. P.2, 102 Flex, and Lie 6. So yeah, first off, we'll go over the looks / design. This one, I mean, they're pretty similar. I mean, honestly, especially like I said, this is the 1S is the 2015 or the older version. It's not the 2017. It's got the more metallic gold. 1S has got pretty much black, gold, and some bronze-ish looking color. And design-wise, I'm probably going to give it to the 1S. It's the newer model out of the two, or the later model. It looks pretty clean, simplistic. The MX3 isn't too bad. Just not overly fond of all the white in it, but they're both pretty cool looking. The 1S probably just gets it for me. I like the Bauer logo here. It is blacked out with just the gold outline. I think that looks pretty sick. The shooting, and I'm gonna go with the 1S again. In the shooting portion, this thing honestly did kind of, it was snapping some of the pucks. It felt really nice for what it is. Like I said, 102 is quite heavy for my liking. I usually stick around the 75 to 85 range, and the 102 is a hop. And I've used this thing on ice like maybe 2 times, just shooting a couple, and I put it down and use something else. But you know, on feet, it felt pretty nice. MX3 wasn't horrible, but in comparison, the shots did not feel as fast. I don't think they were as fast, and a lot of times they were kind of like fluttering off the blade almost. And I think that's just kind of due to some of the flex and just the Supreme in general. Yeah, they're kind of, you know, they were the power sticks for like the big slap shots, wind up clap bombs. And that's not really my game, but the 1S was kind of fun to shoot. I didn't mind shooting a couple of those shots there. So we're gonna go to the 1S for shooting and general feel. And the thing is, like, these are pretty similar when it comes to the feel. Kind of that boxy shaft with the same tactile grip. But there was just a little bit of improvements. The 1S, it feels a little bit lighter. I'll have to check the official stats, but it feels a little bit lighter than the MX3. The 1S is gonna get general feel, stick handling. It's just a little bit lighter. You know, when we're talking heavy sticks here, or heavier sticks, I'm gonna be wanting to take the lighter ones. If we're getting above that like 400 gram mark. So general feel though, I will go to the 1S. The shaft, it feels almost identical, but it feels a little bit more, it feels lighter and a little bit more balanced. You know, it's nitpicking on all this stuff at this point. All older sticks, all still have value in my eyes. I think they all are pretty cool looking and serve a purpose, and I like collecting them all and having different flexes. So, but yeah. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. I think we're gonna keep rolling with a couple of these. It's fun to do in my spare time. Talk about them. I think it's interesting. So if you know what I've got in the collection, drop some recommendations for some matchups. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.